Hey Fit Fam, it's Coach Rye from Functional Flex, Team FFLEX, Six-Figure Fit Coach. This is the podcast where I always tell you the truth. This is Rant Radio, and if you haven't been on here before, this is where I'm breaking down the myths, giving you the tools, the tips, the strategies, the real deal truth about the things you need to know to get your goals conquered, solved, and achieved. That's what we do here on Rant Radio. That is all that I care to do, and I ask you one simple favor. Any of you listeners out here, I appreciate you all. Please share the podcast for me. If you get anything out of any episode ever, just share it with one person, share it with everybody, put it on your Instagram story, whatever you can do to help me spread the word. I appreciate it so much because I just want to help more people. I'm not making any money off of this. I'm not doing anything like that. I just want to help you all get where you want to be. So if you get anything out of any of my episodes ever of Rant Radio, please just share it for me. And I appreciate you all so much. Every single one of you listeners make my dreams possible. Thank you for being here. This is Coach Rye. It's Rant Radio! What's happening? Fit Fam, it is your Coach Rye. Functional Flex, Team FFLEX, ready to go. Today what I want to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is keto. Keto. This comes up all the time, okay? I've been a fitness coach for a long time now. We're talking about like 8 years. And keto is something that comes up all the time. I've done the whole gig as an gym trainer. Now I'm online coaching people worldwide. And all the time, clients have asked me, hey, Coach Rye, what's up with this keto, man? Can I just switch to keto? Can I just do keto? My friend got great results on keto. Everybody's getting good results with keto. Can I do the keto? And every time I say the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I've ranted about this several times, but it's important to do it again because still people are not getting the home base about keto. Ketogenic diets, ladies and gentlemen, can be good for various things in the medical field if they're absolutely required, but they're not great for your average everyday person that's in a lifestyle, type client or a competitor or anyone like that. They're not good for that. And the reason is because they're not sustainable long term. All right? Short term, awesome. Short term, if you want to watch numbers drop on a scale that don't really matter, and I'll tell you more about that in a minute, but they're not good for long term ever because they're hard to sustain. They're hard to maintain. It is really difficult for you to go any length of time, months, years, decades, on no-carb diets, low-carb diets. It's very hard to do because everything in the world has carbs in it. And if you are a person that goes out, if you're a person that goes to eat restaurants ever, if you ever want to have a meal with your family or your friends or a birthday cake piece or whatever, like it makes it real hard for you to sustain it. And so what ends up happening is people get stuck in this idea of keto, right, and ketosis and all this, and keep my carbs low, keep my diet low. If you don't know what keto is, by the way, it is technically having moderate amounts of protein, very high fats, and extremely low carbs, less than 20 a day, and that can only come from vegetable sources. Typically, that's the only way you're going to be in keto, okay? And so the thing is, though, with keto, it doesn't work because you can't do it in the long term. Like, you literally can't maintain keto all the time. It just won't happen. You can't stay in ketosis forever. And if you can, you must be some type of crazy person that's your job to be in keto or something. Like there's somebody in a research project or something like that, because it's the only way that I can see that any of you are really going to be able to do this, right? Because it's just not sustainable, it's not maintainable. And I know that all of you out here want to get results that are long term. You want to get results that you can sustain. You want to get results that you can maintain. But the truth is you won't be able to do it with keto. Okay? And so keto, ladies and gentlemen, it's been around a very, very long time. There's hundreds and thousands of low carb diets that come up every year that are fads, and they pop up, and that's the way they are. And keto's been around the wheel many, many times under many different names, and the research is always the dang same on it. Okay? The research always comes up the same. Most recent research on keto diets has come up saying that, yeah, there's actually no benefit over a regular caloric deficit. And the initial results that everybody seeks, right? Like, this is what I hear from clients. Hey, my friend did keto and they lost 5 pounds in a week. Hey, my friend did keto and they lost 10 pounds in a month. Well, guess what happens, ladies and gentlemen, now proven by science, which I said long before. When you go out of carbs, your body holds less water. This is well-known fact. This is well scientific data. Now they actually tested with the keto diet, and now it's proven with research that the initial weight drop that most people see when they get into keto diets, like they lose 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds in a very short amount of time, it's simply because they dropped water weight, not actual fat loss. There is no fat loss different now shown through all research of keto or a normal caloric deficit, okay? And the caloric deficit means eating less than you need to maintain your current body weight. That's it. Doesn't mean that you have to be in keto. It means you can eat any foods you want to eat, and as long as you're in a deficit, you will lose body fat, okay? So there's no advantageous reason to be doing keto at all, except for like that initial scale weight that everybody's so excited for that is actually just water weight, right? And the reason is, ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you a little knowledge right here. Carbohydrates are stored in your muscle as what is known glucose, which is also partly water. Okay, carbs love water. They hold water, all right? That's how you rehydrate your body. Carbohydrates and water hydrates your body because they're stored in your muscle as glycogen. All right? So if you have a normal diet where you eat a lot of carbs, like most people in general, but also, of course, people that are overweight eat a lot of carbs usually, and then you cut all your carbs out, here's what happens. You dropped the glycogen in your muscle. So you basically deflated your muscle of the water that's in it, and thus shed the water weight, and now you step on the scale and you're 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds lighter, but realistically you did nothing. You didn't lose body fat, you just lost the water weight, and you're, for some reason, starving yourself of carbs, having a very hard time to function, having a hard time to perform in the gym, having a hard time to think, having a hard time to do any of the things that you need to do to be successful with your fitness goals, but also your goals in life in general. And you did it in the name of ketosis because you thought it was helping you lose weight. The truth is, though, ladies and gentlemen, there's no difference if you're in a normal caloric deficit, eating any foods you want, or if you decide to eliminate entire macronutrient, which is pretty dang crazy if we think about it, and think that you're going to get long-term results. Which one do you think will be long-term, ladies and gentlemen? Let me ask you this question. Do you think that doing keto and eliminating entire macronutrient, pretty much, like saying goodbye to carbs for the rest of your life, is going to provide you with better results than having the foods that you want to have in the right amounts for the rest of your life? Which one is going to work for you? It seems pretty simple when we put it that way, right? Eating the way that you want consistently is going to produce the results you want in the long term. Eating anything short term, like, yeah, I can cut carbs for a month, it's cool, bro, whatever, haha, I'll do it, haha, I'll do it to watch the scale drop, haha, I'll do it. Okay, cool, it's not gonna last. You won't be able to do it. When you eat carbs again, you're gonna fill your muscles up, you're gonna gain that water weight back, and be right back where you started, having lost no body fat, no different, scales up, now you're crying. All right, that's most of you, ladies and gentlemen. So the scale will drop if you do keto in the short term because of the water weight, but it doesn't help you burn fat, and it's not long term, it's not sustainable. I've never met anyone in my entire career who has done keto and sustained it. I'll tell you what though, I get a ton of clients that have tried keto, have a ton of clients that have tried low carb diets, other fad diets and stuff like that, and then I put them on a flexible diet and it changes their whole life. The yo-yo client that rebounds weight, loses 10, gains 15, loses 20, gains 25, blah, 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 over and over all year, every year for the past 5, 10 years, that person on a flexible diet gets results and keeps them. That person thinks I'm a wizard because I got them on a diet that's sustainable and it's maintainable. And the thing about all diets is, ladies and gentlemen, it will work if you can make it consistent. Inconsistency with your training or with your nutrition, game over. Might as well not even try. It won't work. It just won't work. You need to be consistent. The body loves consistency. It loves safety. It loves feeling like it's going to survive. And you will get the best results when you can keep it consistent, when you can keep your body on top, when you can keep your body focused, keep it moving forward, keep yourself right. All right? And that's what we want to do. We want to create consistency with your nutrition, consistency with your training, and that will always bring you the best possible result. And that's true, ladies and gentlemen. So keto, KET-NO. KET-NO. Don't do the keto. Don't do the keto diet. It's a waste of time. If you need to drop the scale for some reason, just like take an Instagram selfie or something, I don't know, go ahead, do the keto. But other than that, it has no real benefit. The low carb, the no carb, it doesn't work in the long term, ladies and gentlemen. Learn about nutrition. Learn about what's best. You'll find the people that have the best results and the coaches that coach the best and, all these kind of real famous people that have done great work in nutrition. They never tell you to cut carbs all the way out. They never tell you to do the keto. They never tell you to do anything because it doesn't work. And if we see what the best athletes in the world do, the highest performing people in every avenue, the clients that get the longest results, the weight loss everyday person that loses the most weight, they never did it. They never cut it and they never maintained it. What they did do was they learned how to get a handle on their nutrition. They learned how to know what's going to work, how to balance your proteins, carbs, fats, how to get your fibers in, your micronutrients, the important things you need to have the healthiest body the long term. That's what nutrition should be, ladies and gentlemen. It should not be a rat race to lose weight on the scale as fast as you can. That's always the wrong mentality. And you base your numbers on your scale about your physique and how it looks when in reality, the numbers on the scale mean nothing. Just put out an ebook last week about that. The Scale Doesn't Matter was the name of the ebook, and it talks about all the ways the scale can be inconsistent and mess with you, mess with your head, mess with your results, mess with everything. The body naturally will fluctuate 5 to 10 pounds in a single day, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody will do it. Weigh yourself every hour, you'll be a different weight. It's just how it works. And so when we put so much weight into the scale, when we put so much confidence into what the number on the scale means, we put our self-worth into a number and not actually what matters. If we are our healthiest, if we are eating our best, if we're getting all the nutrients we need, we're performing well, we're training hard, we're doing everything good, and we feel good about it, that is going to always produce the best results in the long term. So just a little food for thought, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you out there that have tried the keto and you struggled with it and you think you should go back to it, I'm going to tell you right now, you're always going to get better results if you learn nutrition. You can balance it. You can get yourself a coach, someone that knows what they're talking about, that can get you on the right path, all right? And that's really important to do, ladies and gentlemen. Never play for the short term with anything you do in life. Always go for the long term because you have a long life to live. And if you affect your metabolism now, if you tax your hormones now, if you rebound now and rebound then and do all this, your body will change for a long time. It will change in a way that is not ideal for you, and you're going to be fighting off health issues and other things from the stuff that you do. So make sure that you always take care of yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you always take care of your body. It's the only one you got, and sometimes that means we say KET-NO, not keto. So that's food for thought. Thanks for listening. Coach Rai is out.